start to pull and just look at the sail, and the sail's got to go straight and not get caught on the lazy jacks, which are these ones back here. That's it, go on, pull. Go, 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 go. Pull.
Hello and welcome to the Cyclades. We made it. This is the island of Amorgos.
Yeah, Greece has been treating us well. We've had some good sailing, good wind, good food and some visitors.
I hope you like the film.
Coming up, a break in the Meltami, but still sailing at 7 knots. Playing around with a 360 camera. And a walk to the top of the world, a great place to build a castle. We begin in Symi and the Panomitis Bay. The anchorage has been protecting ships for hundreds of years, and we're spending a few days here hiding from the Meltami winds.
Well, I've been using the bosun's chair for a while. It is time to have a little bit of a check up the mast, and there's something specific I need to check because I don't think we're getting good VHF reception. Well, signal outgoing is always the one, and the clue to that is that our AAS isn't working very well. They show the same aerial on a splitter, so I'm not getting updates on AAS that well, so I think it's time to have a little look. Take some contact cleaner up, take it off, give it a clean.
And there's the bonus of an excellent view. Not a bad place to go to work. The other sight to see in Panomitis is the monastery. Visitors come here on festival days, but in between events it's empty, except for a handful of staff who live here. The buildings are beautifully kept, quite the most immaculate stone carpet I've ever seen. The chapel itself is closed to cameras, but I can tell you it's tiny and pretty. You'll just have to come here.
You're going to crawl up, are you?
I'm not going to take any risks. Going on all fours.
Meanwhile, something we can show you is the windmill on the other side of the bay.
Well, it's the end of July and there's no one here. There's no one actually looking around the monastery, was there?
It wasn't, and just as we left, a minibus pulled up with people going into the actual chapel. But I'm amazed at how empty it is. The restaurant, nobody.
Yeah, but the good thing is the anchorage. Lots of room. Everything in the pilot book says you're fighting for room in here. It's really, really difficult. You can anchor this side or the other side, and there's absolutely no one over there now. So yeah, it's great. It's really sort of peaceful, nice place.
We're going up to see a windmill this evening.
There it is.
Which isn't moving, but it looks lovely.
No, I've never seen one of these old windmills with the sails still on it, with it going round. I had obviously lots of them in Mykonos, but none of them actually work. I'd love to see a Working one.
Working
There
one.
must be one somewhere.
Someone's going to resurrect one.
The best time to come is at sunset when everything looks at its best.
It is a beautifully protected lagoon, isn't it? Almost flat. Look at there.
Yeah, they said swell gets in, but it's not at the moment. And there's a fair bit of wind out there. Windmill's not going round though. Lovely evening.
At last, a break in the weather, and we make our way out to the ocean. This is the milder breeze that we've been waiting for.
Going along quite nicely now, about 8 or 9 knots. About our maximum speed actually when we're this sort of close hauled. Normally we only really get that on a broad beach, and it's quite a sea running. Probably 1.5 metres, 2 metres swell. We've got a bit of a reef in the Yankee and in the staysail. Still got full main up. I'll probably go and stick a reef in that actually if this carries on. This is normally the time. It's about sort of 3 o'clock in the afternoon now that the wind might start to die down a little bit. So if it does, we'll just stay with the full main. But yeah, I could really overpowering the boat a little bit now. But it's not a big deal in fair while, nothing bad really happens. It doesn't heal any more than this, and it's still very comfortable. There's no slamming. That's one of the beauties of having a bit of a heavy boat. Lovely day, good sailing day.
Our plan for the next week or so is to leave the protection of Panomitis Bay and head through the Dodecanese Islands, which are lovely at this time of year, to Kos, where we'll stop for a couple of days. We then plan to head north in short island hops before picking a good weather window to head west to the Cyclades. As always, the wind is forecast to be coming from the north. Meanwhile, today's sail is still going well.
7 knots on the staysail. Amazing.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever had 7 knots on just the staysail in the main before.
So that's it, sails down. We're now moving into the anchorage on the south coast of Kos. We did call the Marina, but they're full. The harbour's full as well. So we're going to be placing ourselves around there. And then hopefully we will be able to get into the Marina tomorrow or the next night, because youngest daughter Millie is coming. And we also have quite a lot of things to pick up and to do when we're here. So I hope that changes, but clearly the place is buzzing. Midsummer, that's what happens in Greece.
It's typical, winds come up now. Always happens as you try and anchor. Doesn't much matter here, loads of room. Just going to wait for a spot of the light stuff. You can see the dark bit there, that's where the Posidonia is. Not good holding in there. This bit will be good. There's a light patch over there, Di. Yeah, it's a little bit more around and I'll drop it. What have we got? What depth? 5, okay. Looks like a likely spot here. Yeah, that's green, that's my 40 metre mark. That'll be plenty. I have a bit of snubber on as well, which will give me a bit more. So as always, there's a bit of wind, bow gets blown off. Pulls you around. We've got no problem with our ultra. That'll dig in nice and quick in this stuff. As long as we found some sand and not some Posidonia, which I think we have. So we just wait patiently for the boat to go around and then give it a little pull. And then we're done. I think I will put the anchor ball up. Don't always bother. If we're in a bay full of anchored people, I figure people know you're anchored, but here, yeah, it's a bit open. People might mistake you for just moving along the coast, so I'll stick that up once we're ready, and then we're done.
Next morning is a chance to do some mending. One of the reasons we've been sailing on the staysail is the Yankee has a rather large rip, next to another rip we mended earlier. We hope this patch will hold at least in lighter winds.
Cos Harbour, this is Fair Isle. Do you read over?
No immediate response, but finally we have a berth booked, so we head in anyway. And then, well, this happens.
Captain, no place. That's it, no place.
No place, he says.
Negative. We were told there is a place, so we're here now. Could you please find us a place? Over.
You can dock on the side, he says. So we do, for an hour.
It's really, really bad here. Yeah, they clearly told us this morning to come at 12. And then now they're saying...
The wind is picking up again, so we are a little worried. No place in the harbour, no place in the marina, but we can dock on the pier, so long as we leave room for the gullets when they return for the night. It's a deal.
I'm scared to go too far back because of the depth. But we're going to get blown off really, really quickly here.
At least it means we can pick up Millie and her friend Victoria, who quickly make themselves at home.
We've got attack.
Outrageous.
Well, look, we will get run down by a tanker if we don't, so we have to. Everyone's sunbathing.
I know, even me, but I have got a book.
We have got attacked though, because we're just about to enter Turkish waters.
Okay.
But
Yes.
I can do that because it's just a station.
Okay.
We still don't quite trust the Yankee, so we're tacking upwind on the staysail to Kalimnos. And it turns out the sunbathing spot is safely under the foot of the sail. Phew.
Do it really slow, so take your time. It's not a race.
Hooking the buoy turns out to be a group effort.
Take your time, it's fine, there's no rush.
Okay, what's it going through this?
Whatever looks sturdy.
Can someone grab this?
The big ring, yeah, that's it. So pull that all the way back. If you go and untie that loop, Victoria, so it's not tied off anymore.
And then the party begins. And the hiking. The nearest restaurant is the other side of the mountain. A good way to work up an appetite.
Found a nice position in the bay, but there's no taverna. We're down there, but we're walking up there. Apparently there's a village.
Not found it yet.
There's goats. Ooh. Come on, Jude.
What?
You're lagging.
I am. I want to take it to view.
You can see where we're going. Look, it's down there. This is it, there are tavernas. But it actually is better where we are because look, they're rolling around.
But there's a beach, a sandy beach.
Yeah,
Lovely.
doesn't matter. Rolly anchorage, we don't want one of those. Dairy mills,
Food.
rolly anchorage.
Food I do want wow, yes, that is.
Yeah.
That is a rolling anchorage.
Look at them, they're really rolling.
After a couple of days relaxing, the next leg of our journey is to Leros, a beautiful island with a castle. It also has a ferry port, where we'll drop the girls to make the journey back to Kos. But first we have good wind, so take a chance on flying all the sails.
Start to pull and just look at the sail, and the sail's got to go straight and not get caught on the lazy jacks, which are these ones back here. That's it, go on, pull. Go, 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 go. Pull, heave.
The Yankee holds, and it's a fun last day of sailing before we have to say goodbye. It took us 4 days to get here, and they'll make the journey back to Kos in a couple of hours.
Well, we've got a bit of a breeze, so a nice morning for a walk, and we're going to try and hike up here along where all these windmills are, and there's a castle, and then it drops down into the bay. The other side should be nice.
Already people sunbathing.
Yeah, best time, not too hot. It's always nice when you find a nice dinghy dock.
Where do we have to go though? It's over there, isn't it?
Up there.
Oh yeah. What a lovely place.
Really pretty.
This is the quaint part of town, winding streets and a small harbour for the residents.
You can't turn the tide, let the water go where it wants to go.
Proper little fishing boats. Great little harbour.
The island is famous for its low-ceiling houses with small windows.
And this is the nighttime place. There we go, 9 o'clock till late. I guess that's where the entertainment really is.
The real entertainment for us is the beauty of the place.
Still going up. Getting a good view now though. Other side of the bushes. Just spotted a bench. It's not in the shade though, Di.
No, I'm not going to sit on that bench. I'm just interested. There's clearly a good view from there. One more of these turns, I think.
On the road, yeah, and then there's the footpath all the way up there. Look at that. You look over, a couple of lower windmills in here. And Fair Isles, over there.
Good view then.
Oh, a line of windmills. I think they're actually guest houses, and this one's obviously a restaurant.
Yeah, well, I'm glad they've used the windmills because we've seen so many where they're just left standing.
Yeah.
And what a great place to spend a holiday.
No sails on them, but still really nicely done. Okay. There you go. Traditional House of Leros in Greek.
In fact, the windmills have always been houses, and the Lyrians knew how to live.
Ah,
Oh, wow.
recreated this one as a little house.
Fantastic, isn't it beautiful?
All the items and decorations have been donated by the islanders.
Like living in an oast house in Kent.
I could do this.
What's the view like? Pretty good. Let's look at this rugged, steep coastline. It gets steeper still there, and then a cliff, and then the castle. I think that's a good spot. We made it. Quite a pretty castle.
The castle has a history of its own. First built in 5th century BC, it's been inhabited by pretty much every occupying army that passed through here, which is amazing considering its stronghold position.
We've done well with the situation of this castle, haven't you? It's
You are not getting up there in a hurry.
amazing.
I think barrels down the hillside would do it for me.
Burning tar.
The Church of the Madonna is the jewel in the crown, a treasure trove of idolatry. Onwards and upwards to the keep. And then the view from the top. You can see everything, the many bays on all sides of the island. Spectacular.
Yeah, I do love a castle.
Yep, you do. And that's one of the good things about being able to escape the Meltami is you just have to sit tight for a few days. There's always something fascinating to see. And we loved Leros.
Yeah.
What a great island.
Yeah, we've had some great places to stop and enjoy the surroundings, have some good walks. And when we've been sailing, we've timed it right. You know, we've got the right amount of wind. That's the good thing as well about the Meltami is you have always got wind, just sometimes a little bit too much.
Yeah, well, yeah, the Yankee has been suffering. We have now got yet another rip, which really isn't helpful. I mean, I think what it is it's the gusts. You know, it's so gusty, isn't it? So when you're pulling out or particularly furling, it's just a mess.
Yeah, well, yesterday when we came to here, we left in 10, 15 knots, and the forecast was 15 knots maximum. We got gusts of 35 knots just as we came up. The acceleration over the islands is the thing that gets you.
Yeah.
But yes, another patch is needed, and then hopefully we will be getting our new sails from Precision. But we do need to do the measuring up. We haven't done that yet because it's been so windy.
Yeah, exactly. So we just need to grit our teeth, get the sail down, measure it up. And then
there's a bit of beach over there. I think it'll be big enough, and the wind has dropped nicely now. So maybe today will be the day for that, and we will show that whole sequence, as we said, of how that works with ordering stuff from Precision because they're used to doing that at a distance. You just send them all the details they need, and lo and behold, it all arrives. So we'll take you through that process.
We will. Must do it this time.
Yes. Yeah. The other thing we want to show you are these. These are the things that we had delivered in Kos, along with a very small, not much bigger than this, generator, which is actually stowed down below at the moment. But we'll show you all of those as well, because this is a brilliant system, which hopefully will help our power needs greatly, because it's all DC. So it's a generator that generates in DC, charges these directly with DC. So really, really efficient.
And we have been having a bit of trouble with power. I think it's the freezer.
That's the other thing we're going to have to address in the winter is to keep our appliances as efficient as possible, and I don't think our freezer is that efficient. So yeah, it's the three things. You know, it's the batteries, having the capacity to store it, how much you use, and how much you can actually put in. And we can't really put enough solar on this boat to get enough in. You need a catamaran to live just on solar, so without a generator. So that's why we've gone back to having this little thing, but very different from what we had before. This is going to be great, I think.
Yeah, exactly. And you can move them around and put them in cupboards when you don't need them.
Well, the key to anything, I think, that goes on a boat is got to be big enough, small enough and light enough that you can move it on its own. And, the generator as well, you'll see, it's not much bigger than these and not much heavier, so it's fantastic.
So we'll be stopping here for a couple of days. Someone's just anchoring over there. You might be able to hear the chug, chug, chug of the anchor. It is a pretty special place, so we'll be exploring here.
Yeah.
And then that'll be in the next film. So thank you very much to our patrons. Thank you to our subscribers, and thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching.